You are live.
We are live.
So it says. If it's true, I can't see us.
Yeah, same. Well, hello.
Are we live? Are we live?
Yep, we're live. There we go.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so.
Yep.
I heard volume.
We're good.
All right, guys. Welcome back. We've got our coffee ready. We hope that you've got yours. We're just getting together for a little chit chat. We want to do the welcoming part. Who are we? Put you on the spot.
Welcome. We are Bert and Cindy from Simple Acre Homestead. We homestead on less than an acre, on 0.93 of an acre, and we fit everything we can into that small space.
So we'd like it if anybody that joins in today would love it if you jump in the chat, tell us where you're from, and if you are another channel that jumps on the chat, we wouldn't mind, even if you want to join us.
Yeah, we're open to guests on the screen.
Absolutely. Still learning what to do here. Toying around with some YouTube stuff.
Yeah, we're back to StreamYard this time around.
Yeah, trying that again. I haven't found anything better yet, at least for cheap, for free. Because not cheap.
So how was your week?
Long. A lot of overtime and cold.
That's mine. Cold.
Yeah, shift work this past week, so very chilly in the morning. Early morning, so I had to stick around for a few hours each night. And the one night it was minus 25 and felt like minus 35 Celsius, which I think is like minus 32 Fahrenheit. So it was darn cold. But
yeah, this week was about survival.
Yeah.
Chores, work. That was.
We didn't even get to pump any videos out this week.
Nope.
We had stuff we should do outside, but there was just no way that any of us were hanging out outside. The only thing I did do during the week is I got the old tractor out, which took a bit too because it was it's a diesel, doesn't run a lot, so got it going and took it out and scooped snow up in the yard and tried to get a little.
Got a little snow hill going.
Yeah, something for the kids. So they could.
They love it. They want it bigger.
Yeah, they're enjoying it. So hopefully everybody can hear us. Once we get a few more people on here, if anybody is on here, we see there's a couple people, but anybody can let us know that they hear us. That would be great. Just because we had some last minute technical difficulties, we're having some internet issues, so had to quickly scramble to get a long enough cable, which is barely long enough. That's why we're kind of tilted sideways here on the table on the corner. So
yeah, there's always technical difficulties every time.
Well,
no updates this time, just other things.
In terms of
technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, last week it was trying to do updates and I was trying to stop it. That was horrible. But yeah, so it was just a matter of getting a long enough cord, and it's barely long enough. I got it draped across multiple pieces of furniture and trying to get to the location that we wanted to be in. So anyway, other than being freezing cold, when you jump on today, anybody that happens to come on, if you got snow when you normally don't get snow, we'd like to hear that story, because we usually do get snow, and it's not as bad here as it normally could be, but we did get the very, very cold temperatures. So
yeah, too cold to snow.
Yeah, I guess it could be.
Because when it gets warmer, that's more likely to get snow.
Exactly.
But we've seen the pictures on Facebook
of
snow in Florida
and Texas and places that don't normally get it. I guess it's probably other than being not equipped for the cold or the driving, I'm sure it's pretty cool for the kids in those areas to be able to experience the snow and what comes along with winter in our parts. But
yeah, it's always exciting the first time.
Yeah, until you have to shovel it. It's like horrible. But that was the week that way.
And yesterday we Tried to have a fun day. Took the kids thrift shopping and, had a family movie night.
Yeah.
And Bert got a couple of thrift shop treasures.
Yeah, I've got a couple of cast iron frying pans because it seems like the last few years, it doesn't matter if you're looking to buy new or used, at least in these parts, the used pans even are incredibly expensive. And managed to find two yesterday, I think for, I believe each one was like five something, and which was cheap.
Mm-hmm.
They were used at the store and then they had cleaned up a little bit, but we went to another used store and they were almost double. So it was hit and miss.
And I've seen them for like $25 at
Goodwill.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Thrift stores or even used online.
Yeah, that was a good find.
Yeah, it was a nice one. What else did we find?
Well, you got a game.
Oh yeah.
Something along the lines of cornhole.
Yeah, that's right. The kids weren't interested until I got it home.
Well, yeah, you opened it up and then everyone wants to play.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Family movie night. What did we watch?
Matilda, the
Yes,
1996 version. Danny DeVito.
It was actually not a bad movie. I was kind of surprised I hadn't seen it, so it was neat to see.
Yeah, we look for things that are kid safe but still entertaining for everybody. And
yeah, it was good, wholesome. Didn't have that weirdness that a lot of the new kid movies have, or where they make the parents look stupid and things like that. So it was kind of nice to see something different.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. Kids liked it after a while too. They were laughing out loud.
Yeah, that's what's cool. Other than that, we're impatiently waiting to see. We've noticed now that Angel Studios is putting out a Joel Salatin movie.
Yeah, more of a documentary.
Yeah, well, I guess more of a documentary. Yeah, called The Lunatic Farmer. So that should be really cool to see that. I've been watching little pieces of it, but they'll let me watch until it airs. And more and more, I see things on there where I really almost want to have a membership to that Angel Studios Guild, because it's like we got a lot of cool movies.
Yeah.
So.
And we've seen quite a few videos of Joel Salatin and his way of doing things.
Yeah, very on. That guy knows his stuff. That's for sure.
You really need to go to one of those homestead gatherings where he's actually speaking.
Yeah. Actually, it'd be nice if there was something closer to us, because we always see a lot of other channels get to go to the events and socialize with people and then amongst each other.
Left out.
Yeah, for us, it's either so far away or
just bad timing.
Hi there, Wild Huckleberry. How are you?
Hello.
Thanks for joining us, and thanks for jumping on the chat.
Yeah, for sure. Are you able to hear us okay?
Yeah, hopefully our volume's okay, guys. It's hard to know when you jump on and lost my thought, but yeah.
Gatherings.
Oh yeah, because there's nothing in our neck of the woods unless you want to go. Oh, thank you very much. Up to like northeast, probably 6, 7, 8 hour drive from here, or if you go down to the U.S. side, obviously there's
a lot there that looks appealing.
Very appealing, but it's quite a trip.
It is, and sometimes we think, well, maybe we could make it, but it just doesn't work out with the timing of your vacations.
Yeah, that's always as most other people know too. It's hard to leave all your animals at home, and somebody's got to do those chores still. So it's you can't just run off and travel. So at least not right now.
We could start our own, but that's a lot to do on less than an acre.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, the Okie Expo, that'd be cool.
There's a lot that we would just love to make the trip to and see.
Yeah.
But
the big one, Homesteaders of America, is that it?
Yeah, but I think we have to keep doing ours virtually. Watch through everybody else's eyes.
For now, we hope.
Oh, maybe someday we'll have that luxury too. Ours aren't quite old enough yet to do that for us, but I'm sure it won't be long. Yeah. But did you get a lot of snow where you're at? Wild Huckleberry, because a lot of areas, I guess, got snow that don't normally, and so So we gotta want to watch that movie. What else do we got? Oh
We still haven't seen Homestead.
no, want to see Homestead.
Still waiting for that to be available to us.
Yeah, especially because if we want to watch the series, but I guess you need to watch the movie to see it first. Oh wow,
How lucky you.
you got very lucky then.
Unless you wanted it.
Yeah, yeah. You're welcome to it. We're fortunate. We don't have a lot. We can get a lot more than we do. But the last few years, call it global warming, call it cyclical changes, whatever. It's we've been fortunate. We get less and less. So and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And we are always in the area of snow squalls because the lake affects snow, but they tend to miss us
Sometimes.
for the most part.
Yeah, they're not far from us a lot of times,
Yeah.
but we get lucky. We just get flooded instead in the summertime.
Once in a while.
Other than that, we're still watching this whole bird flu baloney. I mean, bird flu stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Snow for a short while is nice.
yeah, we
Very
probably
short.
have at least another 4 to 6 weeks of it before it'll start
Yeah, a couple months.
disappearing around here where it doesn't show itself again. But anyway, I'll talk about that story you were telling me about.
Yeah, just before we came on, I saw on Facebook where in Long Island they had to euthanize over 100,000 ducks on one farm. I think it was like the largest duck farm in the area. They employed a bunch of people, and it was like the whole flock.
It just amazes me when Cindy keeps finding these stories and telling me about the last week. It was the ostrich farm in BC that they had to put down over 400 ostrich, and I just can't imagine that kind of devastation, like what people go through when they're given that kind of ultimatum.
Yeah.
Can't wrap my head around that.
So I'm not sure exactly how it works if they're told. I was hearing one thing. I don't know if they have to euthanize at the moment or if it's that if their flock dies, they lose their insurance on it or something. I'm not sure. Because I think I've heard that the government or whoever will pay above the normal price for the birds if you euthanize.
Really?
I think I heard that somewhere on the conflict report, perhaps.
Yeah, I just have a hard time. I don't know. Can't wrap my head around it, but yeah, I hope you guys don't have any issue because we have birds year round. And this time of year, I don't know why we have birds because we got about 80 chickens and we get maybe 8 eggs. So it's crazy. We kind of wonder if it's even worth keeping them on over the winter. But
yeah, right now we just have enough for ourselves.
Yeah, we like to hatch our own eggs every year, or our own chicks, I should say. So to do that, we have to maintain a certain amount of birds. But I don't know. In the end, maybe it's just cheaper to buy them from the hatchery. But then you're giving the government more control too, and I don't know. They have enough of that.
So much farm to table. I don't know how to put that on the screen, but okay, very interesting. Thank you.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Yeah. I'll have to check that out. I know we're subscribed. I just gotta go back and look. Tuesday night, we'll make a note of that.
Yeah, I'm personally more concerned about them saying there's bird flu in the area and coming down on us.
They've been saying that they're finding it here now too. So
yeah, more concerned than the actual birds getting sick because I don't see any signs of that. And what type do you plan to hatch this year, wild huckleberry? We're considering getting some different types of chickens, but we don't know what kind.
Yeah, we're just debating because we have barred rock mostly, probably 95%, 98%.
Yeah, looking for maybe some other really good layers that we could hatch ourselves afterwards.
Yeah, we'd love to get back into the Isa Browns, but then you can't hatch those. You got to buy them every year. So Leghorns are supposed to be really good, but then you're back to the white eggs, and a lot of people that come to buy eggs, they're specifically looking for brown, or they want multicolored. So I guess a few wouldn't be too bad to add to the flock just to have that variation. But
Yeah, it's nice. I like the blue ones.
yeah,
We don't have any more blue layers, but
no, we have like a turquoise or whatever we
Yeah.
get from the Easter eggers, but that's about it.
when and if they lay.
When and if. Not doing the great these days. So even the ducks quit laying. So but I guess it's just like we were talking before. It's been so cold. We got outside and started working on a video today because it's been over a week since we put one out. And but today it's not so bad. It felt like -8 outside Celsius. I'm not sure what that works out to in Fahrenheit, guys, but I think 0 Celsius is 30 Fahrenheit. So it's bearable to get out and do things, but still you don't want to spend a lot of time.
So Americanas and Morans and Buffalo Orpington. And okay, Americanas have the bluish eggs.
I think
Yes.
they do, if I remember correctly. Morans, I believe, are dark
And the
brown.
Buff Orpington, what color eggs are those?
I'm feeling they might be brown, but
Maybe buff, yeah, maybe.
I'm not
tan color,
as
maybe?
familiar with them, so we'll see. No big topic today, guys. So if you guys have any questions at all, or if you have any topics you think are interesting you want to get chatting about, let us know.
And if I can ask about those breeds, are they prolific layers? Like really good layers?
Colors, all right.
Well,
Oh, pink.
that
Oh, that's
sounds
cool.
good.
I actually jot that down.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I liked when we had more variation and then the flats looked so colorful and pretty. Right now we have mostly brown, like a light brown, and a few olive colored ones.
250. Yeah, I think that's about the same as the Barred Rock, which is it's pretty respectable, right? I think the Ice and Browns that we'd like to get back into are 350 a year, but they only have about a 2 to 3 year lifespan because they're I think it's just so hard on them laying all those eggs. Not as good as Barred Rocks, no.
But the olive layers, they're offspring of the Ice Browns.
Yeah.
They have been laying well.
They do, yeah.
All throughout this kind of drought, they've still.
Yeah. The close, yeah. And still no luck breeding the goats.
No.
I don't think Sue's the Billy goat there, Pickles. I don't think he's quite old enough yet. He's what, 9 months? You said
9 months. Yeah.
But he just doesn't seem to. It's almost too bad we don't have another Billy goat around to kind of teach him the ropes. Maybe I don't know. Hopefully he'll.
We can get another Billy goat too.
Oh no. No.
A friend.
No, thank you. Maybe a weather.
Well, he's
freezer.
acting like the weather right now.
Yeah, he's acting like a weather. A weather for the freezer, maybe.
No.
Why not?
No, friend.
Oh, come on.
No.
I'll convince you eventually.
No, you won't.
No, I probably won't. Well, what else we got? We didn't plan this very well, guys. It was such a crazy week. I got about 9 hours overtime throughout the week, and like I said, I was coming home mid-morning, so it wasn't really accomplishing a whole lot.
I'm glad that yours are starting to pick up again, Wild Huckleberry, because ours are
they're
really
hiding.
slow to start up.
It's funny though that they think they're hiding from us, because we're actually having a little bit of an issue that way too, where instead of using the boxes, it's like they've forgotten what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, they used to go in the boxes steady.
Yeah, no problem at all. Fight over the boxes, and now all of a sudden it's like there's one over there in the corner, there's one over there in the
under the roost.
Yeah, where I really don't want to have to crawl around.
But as long as there's eggs, that's
good. As long as they're laying them.
Because we are eating more and more.
Yeah, we're going through a lot more of them because I'm like we talked about the last few weeks. I'm still doing the keto, trying that, and I've down like 2 more pounds this week. So I think I've dropped 18 pounds now since January 1st.
That's a really good number.
But it's a big part of that is I eat a lot of eggs, so
Mhm.
a lot of recipes, I guess, call for eggs out. That's what Cindy tells me anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, any kind of baking and
Because right now, even the
keto recipes.
even the quail have started to slow down. We were getting so many quail eggs as well that we weren't really consuming chicken eggs because we were getting 4 or 5 dozen a day. So we were just using that for ourselves and selling the odd dozen or whatever. But now it's to the point where we're getting maybe a dozen quail eggs.
Yeah, I think we need some younger quail.
But part of it, I think, is still the amount of light they're getting, and because they're indoors and we don't leave lights on or anything, so I think part of it's just the amount of sun that's coming in the window and
Hello,
Musgrave Family Farms.
Family Farm.
Hello, guys. Thank you for dropping in.
And wild huckleberry, yes, free ranging is very nice. We did free range for a short while, but they kept sneaking over to the neighbors, and
Yeah,
the roosters kept coming after me. So
yeah, we attempt to free range, but our idea of free ranging is just large rugs.
Yeah.
And
free
when we let
range
them totally free range, yeah, they were sneaking across the fence, and it was getting to the point where they were perching in the trees on the fence line and things like that. We just thought, okay, we got to kind of reel them back in a bit, only because we didn't want to lose them. And we are on the highway. It's a very busy county road, so we thought it best to restrain them a little bit. As much as we'd love to let them run around more and feed them less.
Yeah. I would be okay with it if it was all hens, but the roosters hate me.
Cindy has a phobia, I think, because
Post-traumatic stress.
this time of year, as a few of you guys will know, the roosters don't really bother you too much because I don't know, it's not really a breeding season, so to speak. And we were trying to do some filming today, and I said, I need you to go in with the chickens, and the whole time I see her, she's like, holding the camera, looking down, looking around. I'm thinking, oh my God, what's this gonna look like, right? I'm like, they won't bother you right now, and it doesn't matter.
Two roosters in that pen, and they both walk right up to my leg.
Why are they coming up to me? Because you feed them. They know you're about to feed them normally.
I wasn't.
You weren't, and they weren't bothering you. They were just looking for food. But it doesn't matter. I think it was a childhood experience. There's nothing I can do about it.
I've seen roosters chase him. So
oh well, that's
don't
not
let
just
him fool
yeah.
you.
I've had roosters chase me, and I've chased roosters.
It makes for a funny
Cindy
sight.
always says, "I wish I had my camera because I get a little upset and I start chasing after them, and they know I'm after them, and it becomes usually one of us is getting hurt, and it's usually me." But yeah.
Roosters are not as nice as you make them out to be.
Well, which would you pick, the rooster or the geese?
The rooster.
Okay.
I hate the geese.
Yeah. So we're down to 2 roosters or 3 roosters right now anyway. We probably don't need to have that many, but it always seems like when we think we're going to scale it back, we end up losing 1 or 2 to something. So, and then, like I said, we try to hatch our own. Actually, we got hopefully eggs hatching in 3 days.
4 days.
4 days. Yeah, we this is the little incubator that has potentially, what is it? Potentially silkies and potentially polkies.
Polish silky mix.
Always trying to be mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get that scare,
yeah, we are. Our because out of our 4 kids are the 2 older ones especially. Well, yeah.
They've had
they've had experiences where it's funny, right? And the roosters get to know, like the 2 older kids, they can't even go anywhere near the roosters, and they'll just start marching up and down the fence line like they just can't wait to get at them, right? But it's just strange because it's like I don't know if they know they're afraid, so they get ready for them or what.
So much worse because we had them penned up for different hatchings areas, and kids would walk by the poultry netted fence, and the rooster would just run at the fence.
Yeah, which was kind of comical anyway, because the
It
netting
was.
would throw them back. But yeah, there's no point in keeping a mean rooster. You're right. It's
That's true. The problem is we have what seem like good roosters, and then they'll get irritated about something, and then from then on they're mean roosters.
yeah. Well, it seems to be in the spring, right? When they get that testosterone or whenever their legs start getting the pink on them, and yeah, they get bigger than they think they're bigger than they actually are. Yeah,
I agree. Geese.
the geese. Cindy, like she said, she loves the geese.
They're so mean. They're so cute when they're little goslings, and then they grow up and they're so mean.
Yeah, that's actually what the video we worked on today was about, because we had to do some mending because they were trying very hard to get to the chickens and ducks and making a mess of things out there. Territorial buggers.
I hope that they hatch some eggs in the spring and make themselves worthwhile.
Yeah, because if not, they're gonna have to go in the pot.
I don't blame you. I'm not a fan of pigs either.
Yeah, around here they're just so expensive. I don't know. I'm not sure about where you guys are, but when we first looked at getting into them, didn't matter what the breed was. The goslings were about $50 each, and an adult was going for about $100. So we end up getting the American buff geese, and that's what our hope was, that we could sell a few off, and that would pay for the feed for the year. I mean, they eat a lot of grass and anything stuff anyway. They don't cost much to feed, but just the idea that maybe they would be something that would make a few dollars on the side for us. But
yeah, side hustle, but
yeah, maybe some Christmas goose. We're not even sure at this point what's male, what's female, because they all look the same. And
except for one.
well, there's one that's very dominant. He tends to come at you all the time. So
and he hissed at me today.
Yeah, hissing is something that Cindy is. It doesn't matter if it's the cutest animal in the world. If it hisses, it's evil.
What animal can you think of that's cute that would hiss at you?
A goose.
Yeah. Nope. Mm-mm.
Well, but I'm just saying.
Christmas goose.
Christmas
Keto
goose.
friendly.
Yeah, lots of fatty meat. It's always funny because you think they look like they're so heavy, and that goose, I'm assuming it's a male that Cindy was talking about. It came at me yesterday. I was trying to do something, break the water, I think it was, so that they could get a drink, and this thing comes over. It doesn't really go at me, but it just poses a bit of a threat, or tries to.
I haven't.
So I reached in as it was coming at me, and I just kind of reached underneath its carriage and kind of pushed it back. Of course, they lose their balance so easily, and this thing then didn't come back after that because it was a little. I think I embarrassed it maybe amongst its friends. I'm not sure, but it always surprises me how light they are when they look so big.
You embarrassed the goose?
I think so. That's what I'm telling myself.
Did it blush?
No, I don't know. Couldn't tell. But
that's the first one in the pot.
Maybe it seems to have a hate on for us, and it's funny because
we feed it.
No, it was the only one we had that had angel wing, so we spent some extra time with it, and wrapped the wing and got it to kind of come back where it was supposed to be, and I think it's got.
We pet it and we loved on it.
Yeah, called it George. No, it just seems like it had some anger issues after that, some hard feelings.
Yeah.
But
so what do you want to get to replace the geese?
I don't want to replace the geese. They're pretty self-sufficient. They're the one thing you can actually probably leave at home for a while, and they would, live off the grass and a big pool of water for a few days.
Chickens would too if they had more grass.
Oh, if they had more space. The only thing is the chickens kill everything.
Well, it'd be nice to be able to have the chickens go into the grassy goose area, but the geese are bullies.
And then they would because the chickens almost it's like they uproot the grass, right? Like the geese, they just mow it.
Yeah, that part is nice. We don't ever have to do anything in there.
No, but the chickens would tear it up and become dirt. Not self-sustaining. I know. Do you guys eat your goat, or will you be like?
I assume
Getting
that's
rid of
what
them.
that means.
I've been trying to convince Cindy
No.
because it's just we tend to have kids in the spring, so we always end up selling off the males, and I always say, oh, we could, and I get told it's not a good idea. Yet I hear it's tasty. I hear it's good.
No. Goats are sweet.
So are rabbits.
Mm. Sometimes.
Oh,
Sometimes. Some of them are kind of mean.
so far the two we have are just the freezer camp. Nice. See?
I know, but not my babies.
Oh, you don't have to. I can take care of it instead. You don't have to look at them. You can just ignore them.
I can't do that. Goats are sweet.
I have nothing to say to that.
Mm-hmm. We should have some baby rabbits soon.
Yeah, we got some. Those that are
today, I think.
Yeah, hopefully.
She's got her box, her nesting box.
And we're trying those new boxes out that we did a video out. Was it 2 weeks ago, I think, or 3 weeks ago, with the stainless steel boxes and the plastic bottoms.
Yeah, the first mother I put it in, like the one that's due today, she was terrified of the box when I
Yeah,
put it in, but
it scared her.
she's used to it now. She's in there.
Yeah, she was in there today. At first, I was a little worried because if she didn't come around, I was afraid she was going to have her litter on the wire, and it's just been way too cold for that.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I get it.
I totally agree.
But here with my babies, no, they're not food.
Well, it could be. We have Nigerian dwarf anyway. They're pretty small, but they just still meat, right? But maybe someday.
It's like the piggies. We didn't make them meat. We got them a new home.
Yeah, but we would have made them. We would have put them in the freezer. We were going to. Then we found out they probably had 4 cans, so we didn't.
Well, one was a female.
Yeah, but it was easier to sell if they were selling them with the prepared. Bacon.
Yeah, bacon. Bacon and ham and sausage.
That was the names, yes.
Yep. And they have a very nice new home.
Yeah,
Actually,
they do.
Not the female we had, but the new owner's female that he had babies with one of the males that we had.
Yeah. Kikos.
I'm not familiar with.
I've heard the name. I can't picture it now, but a Nico. That's cool. We've got a mix. Nigerian dwarf and Kiko. So are they a larger goat, or are they similar size to the dwarf? That's one thing I'm finding right now too. It's like our male seems a little on the short side.
Yeah, because he's a pure Nigerian dwarf, and we're not sure if the females are pure.
They seem like they could be, or probably are. They don't have the blue eyes and stuff that he has, but they do have the other markings. So I think they probably are. But a meat goat. Okay. All right. Nice. Yeah, around here a lot of people have boars. The boar goat for meat, and they breed actually they cross them with the Nigerian dwarfs as well. But yeah, someday when Cindy decides that she wants more meat in the freezer.
I'm just hoping that they'll breed soon. So
yeah, we really want to get back into milking because we
We normally have them in February, but that's not happening this year.
No, it's almost disappointing. I almost thought about reaching out, try to find somebody with a buck close by and kind of get this on the go. But and the kids drink so much milk, and it would be nice to make some cheese.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to help me with that because I did not do well last time.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a little different this time too. But it'd be nice to make some hard cheese somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Get some recipes maybe.
Yeah, for sure. There's lots of things I'd like to try. Just haven't had a lot of success. I don't know if it's not creamy enough or what. Like I tried to make butter and ended up with whipped cream. Didn't matter how long I did it.
No, but it still worked out because
it was
just like
good.
like a whipped butter is all.
But it wasn't what I was going for. That's all.
More disease resistant. Okay. Oh, nice. That's good. Good information.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'll look up that breed after our live.
Yeah, I'll check that out. Just in case you decide you're all
Okay.
for me.
That'd
be nice, right? It's just with the amount of space we have, we can't have a cow. We can't have. I mean, we could maybe have a pig, but it would live in a mud pit because we wouldn't have enough room to let it run around anywhere. So
it'd be nice to have a cow just for all that milk, but
yeah, it would be.
Yeah, I understand that. And hello, Breezy Bree.
Breezy Bree, how are you? Hey, John.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yes, thanks very much for dropping in. Kids want a milk cow, yeah. It'd be nice if you got the space for it. I think that'd be fantastic. It's one more thing that kind of keeps you from being able to leave, but yeah, exactly. It's that constant work. But same with the goats. If we get lucky enough to have babies this year, we'll be back into that again.
It is very time consuming, not just the milking, but like cleaning all the pieces of the machine.
Yeah, exactly. 5 acres. You know what? I think it probably is if you only have like 1 or 2 cows. Maybe one of these other guys on the channel probably have bigger properties and can give you a better idea. John, I know you've got 5 or 6 acres. You have enough room to put a cow on that?
I know if we had 5 acres, we'd probably give it a
try. I guarantee you, if I had maybe 3 acres, I'd probably still be trying it.
We had a baby calf a couple of weeks ago. How sweet.
Fantastic. So you're, is it a beef cow or a dairy? Are you back to milking now, Musgrave? $3,500 for a mom and baby, eh? Wow.
Wow. 13 goats and 3 cows on 6 acres. Chickens.
Wow.
Nice. So you do a lot with your land too.
Yeah. There you go, Breezy Bree. 3 cows and 13 goats. Beef, oh, beautiful. You know, actually, some friends of ours down the road, their YouTube channel as well, but they had, I think, 2 beef cows on about, I want to say it was an acre or 2 acres that they had rented beside their property. So I guess as long as, but they were supplementing hay as well. They were putting the round bales in. So, but must be enough room. Beef as well. They must grave. That's, you know what? I'd love to have a cow to put in the freezer in the fall. That'd be pretty cool. But maybe a goat. Oh, is that right, John? Okay.
Now, what animals would work well there? Pigs are good in foresty area, aren't they?
Pigs and goats both do well in the bush. But I think John has both, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we keep hoping we'd like to pick up some. We tried to buy or suggested maybe buying a piece of property behind us, but the neighbors weren't able to accommodate that. So, and Cindy actually has a cousin not far from us selling their property, and it's got 9 acres, which would be fantastic. But just
it's lovely, but it's
I can't fathom spending one $1.4 million on a home.
If you have it, fantastic. But sometimes you have to be happy with what you have.
Yeah. So property, through the whole COVID thing, everything went so crazy. I don't know about where you guys live, but here houses more than doubled. It was just total insanity, and it's starting to slow down now. People aren't, you see houses sitting for a longer period of time, not selling, but they're not necessarily dropping a lot, but it's still crazy, very crazy. Dexter's nice. Yeah, are they the hairy guys too? Can't remember, but good meat to size ratio. Good information. Yeah, always good to have notes, but I don't know that we have, like we said, we don't really have the space, I don't think, that would maintain it without having to do a lot of feet.
We want to do so much.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah. It'd be nice, but
Yeah, all these bigger properties are a dream, but we should appreciate
bigger price
what we
tag.
have.
Yeah, we do. We're very fortunate that we're able to do as much as we can with the space we have, and we don't have any. The township doesn't come knocking on the door. The neighbors don't complain because, unfortunately, we have good neighbors. So, like, one side's been empty. Most of the time, we've lived here over 10 years now. Well, the one side, it's empty more than it's been occupied, so it's kind of nice that way. But the other side, great neighbors, but we're just kind of sandwiched in between. We're in the country, but we're sandwiched between two. What was a farm, and that one time that severed off this little piece, and the other side is actually an old church that's been converted to a home that was severed off the same farm. So we're kind of like an L shape around the church, and then the farm, the original farm, is L shaped around us. So we're very sandwiched, I guess you would, how I would word it anyway. So it kind of restricts us, but at the same time, nobody complains, and so that works out well. Anybody? Gosh, okay, so the opening is not so big. Sorry, guys, I'm just catching up on the chat here. Breezy Bree, what we got? Anyone had the authorities come looking at for their chickens yet? Ooh.
Not yet here.
No, not
it's
yet.
been in the general area, not nearby. But...
Yeah, the county that we're in, or the county next to us, not the one that we're in, they had posted something online saying that they had been finding geese and I forget what other kind of birds that they were saying that they were finding dead.
Birds.
Wild, yeah, with that had the bird flu, and so yeah, they're in the area. I don't know, they're not saying a lot yet. They've restricted, like, some of the towns nearby. They've already restricted people from being allowed to have backyard chickens and things like that now. And I don't know if that's part of their, maybe an attempt to kind of restrict it a bit, but I haven't heard of anybody getting any farms in the area, at least nothing that anybody's talked about. I'm always concerned because then, like the small, backyard folks like us, I'm always afraid that they're going to come after people like us first because, nobody wants to maybe go after the big farmer, so to speak, but they're going to maybe point fingers at, the little hobbyist or whatever that comes and goes, and they might say spreads or whatever. I don't know. I just, in my head, I come up with these scenarios where they're going to come out with something that.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
Some kind of control, yeah.
So it's great that they weren't able to do anything without a warrant.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing too, right? Like, you have to wonder. I mean, if you have them contained, so if you're like a small homestead, and you have your birds contained, say they're not running around free range, which would be optimal. But if you didn't, if they were in a barn or something,
Yeah, if they're like quail or
even the quail, like Cindy just said. So
nothing's getting into them.
But then birds get into barns. I mean, I don't know, sparrows, whatever. I mean, I feed the geese and I watch about 20 sparrows coming,
I can see them using that as an excuse.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
actually see that causing a problem.
Right. So I don't know. I don't know if I put little masks on their beak and if that's good enough, because I mean, they thought it would work for us and it didn't. But
yeah, you shared that meme.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself. I saw that and I thought, wow, so true. They seem to think that was going to stop everything, and I don't mean to offend anybody if they disagree. It's just I thought that was the most ridiculous thing that they come out with.
No, the most ridiculous thing was one-way aisles down the
grocery store, one-way aisles. Yeah,
that was just beyond.
But hopefully it doesn't get too crazy. And I mean, it feels like they're going to come up with something, whether it's the bird flu or the one with the pigs again. I thought I even saw something recently. They were talking about cattle. It just seems like they're attacking all the different
food
I think sources.
It's still the bird flu that they're saying is getting into everything.
Yeah, I agree, John. I think the same thing. I feel like they just take something that's, I'm sure there's a concern. There's always a concern, but the more it's like the way I look at it too. You see some situations now where things are so sanitized, like nobody lets their kids play in dirt. Nobody, I played in dirt. I mean, I shoveled crap as a kid. I mean, I'm sure I ingested some of this stuff. It didn't kill me, but it seems like everybody raises their kids in a little bubble now, and they can't get dirty, and they can't, get infected with anything because, oh no, I mean, they vaccinate for chickenpox now, right? I mean, it's without sound like preachy or whatever, it just feels like the more we protect ourselves, the less we're able to fight off anything. It just, something comes out now, it kind of takes over.
Preach.
Wow, where'd that come from? My inner voice. Sorry, my inner voice.
I agree. And Breezy agree. Yes, the gun registry was a bad idea, and the chicken registry and the gardens. I don't know if that's here or in the States. They wanted people to register their small gardens.
Yeah, where was that? That was another crazy one.
I know it was in the States, but it might have been here too.
Yeah.
Your backyard gardens.
Yeah, I don't.
Why?
Gun registry, I agree too. That was another crazy one. I don't think I have anything registered because I think when they did have the registry, I didn't register, and when they got rid of it, I had my own, and I have Cindy's dad's from when he passed on, and I maintain my license, and I maintain my gun and my hunting license. I don't get out to hunt, but I have it just in case. Maybe someday.
Yeah, and that's all they are, hunting guns, not.
Yeah, control, exactly. Have to show your driver's license. Rural king.
Is that like a feed store or a gun shop or?
Yeah, which
we're not familiar.
I'm not sure what that is, John. What is that? Is it a government overreach? Yeah.
Totally.
Hoping that a lot of that's changing. I see it's maybe changing for you guys in the States, and we're hoping that once we get this corrupt government that we have in place here in Canada right now, we can maybe get some more freedoms back again as well.
Yeah, I see a lot of beautiful things happening for you guys in the States, and I don't care who knows it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. So, congratulations.
Chain of farm stores. Yeah, okay. So they've been doing something like that for quite a while here, John. We don't have to show our driver's license, but even the feed mills, yeah, exactly, Breezy, pray for Canada. The feed mills, we used to have the TSC, which was just a abbreviation of the Tractor Supply, which you guys have in the States. And then at one point they turned to PB Mart, and unfortunately, at least in Ontario and I can't remember if it's Quebec or New Brunswick, but they're closing 20-some stores. But anyway, long story short, it didn't matter wherever we went as well. If we were buying feed, we had to give them our phone number and address. And when I questioned why, I was told it was because of a case of recalls. Now, I don't believe that, but moved to Arkansas. Yeah. You know what? If I could get Cindy to move, I probably would, but I can't get her to leave this house, let alone.
Yeah, I say we stand here and fight.
Yeah, fight a losing battle.
No, don't say that.
Well,
I'm sure that's how people felt in the States too, and turn around.
yeah, I would like to be in a warmer spot though.
Yeah. Summer's coming.
Summer's coming. Yes, that's the thing. It gets very, very, very hot here. Yeah, we'll get close to 100 degrees in the summertime, but then we have the extreme winter. So,
But yes, PB Mart asks for phone number every time, and
Every time.
I think also if you buy the chicks there, you might have to.
yeah, I think
Register
any of
that or
that, any of that stuff, and it's the same if you go buy ammunition or anything. You have to have a driver's license and show show your gun license too. I guess now, but
I
yeah,
don't know, chickens, ammunition. I don't know.
yeah, but it all comes down to feeding yourself, right?
Yeah.
You know, you can't hunt without them knowing. You can't raise your own food without them knowing. Pretty soon they'll want to know when you buy seeds. They already make it so you try to make it so you can't reuse seeds, right? By genetically modify them so they can't give you seeds for the next year.
So you start with the heirloom, and then you save your own.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you swap, and
Yeah,
that's an easy one.
it is until as long as they keep their hands out of it. Wow, I've never felt so negative. I don't usually say too much, but
I know. I think everybody pretty much agrees, and if not, it's still okay to let your opinion be known.
yeah, starting to be. Seed saving, yeah, it is. Cindy tries to do quite a bit of it.
It's gone okay. I mean, I have no knack for it. I just save a ton, and then and then I plant a ton, and then I get some that grow.
Yeah, it's I think we might have lost our corn seeds because I think they cross pollinated on us because they grow field corn around us, and I think we didn't time it right to avoid the.
Yeah, I still have glass gem corn.
Yeah.
But that's more. I mean, it is a popping corn, but it's also more decorative. So it's not a huge deal if it doesn't taste the way it's supposed to taste.
Yeah, exactly. I see more and more talk of these survival seeds.
Is that a company?
I'm not sure, but I've seen where people have these. They get these packs, and it's all the different.
Like a seed bank type thing.
I guess something like that.
Very cool.
But yeah. What else you got?
Well, I have a lot of seeds. And it's almost time to start sorting through them.
Yeah.
Deciding what to plant.
Cindy's getting itchy to start planting.
Yeah. I think at the beginning of next month, I'm going to go for some peppers.
Yeah.
I should probably wait a little longer, but I'm not going to.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's similar here too for the spraying of the ditch. You have to. I've seen where they have to post signs. Wild strawberries, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we see signs that say "Do not
spray," and then a little farther
spray.
down, resume spray and things like that. But
I thought that might be what it was. But
yeah, because they don't really do much with the ditches here as it is. I wish they would come along and actually dig them out because ours really needs to be cleaned up and a little deeper because it doesn't really take the water away very well. But if once in a blue moon they'll come along and kind of cut part of it, but for the most part, we take care of our own because it doesn't get done otherwise, which is fine. I'd rather do it than have them come around.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky here.
Yes, I noticed, Gertie.
We only have to worry about the cornfield next to us when they spray, but that's not often. And we wait for rain.
Yeah. I'll know when they're spraying because I'll see Cindy yelling at the kids, "Get in those!"
Yep. And the problem is, I don't know what all the farm equipment means, like what each piece of equipment is. So I don't know exactly what's spraying or what could be fertilizing. So I'm like, do you know what that is? What is? What are they doing? Are they spraying?
I don't even think you want to be out there with the fertilizing. You don't know what they're fertilizing with.
Why?
For a while there, they were some of the area they were using human excrement and stuff like that to fertilize, and they have stockpiles outside of not too far from us, probably about 10-15 minutes away, and they would actually, you could smell this stuff. It was just horrible, but they were using it
beyond anything you could describe.
Yeah, using it to spray fields, and it was just horrible, take your breath away. You drive through it and your car would stink like that for days after. It was, I don't know, something just not right about it.
Yeah, it's a good motivation to plant more in your own garden.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you're grabbing that stuff in the grocery store and throwing it in your plate.
You're paying more for it because it's organic.
Organic, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't want that stuff. But well, we're almost an hour already.
Yeah, fast.
It was so nice to see a bunch of different faces again today.
It is a nice part of the week.
Yeah, it creeps up on us, so we feel very unprepared when we do it. We always hope to have something better planned, and maybe even pair up with another channel or something, and just have some back and forth a little bit and things like that. But we never seem to get ourselves set up in a way to get that done.
We will eventually.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow to get up tomorrow, I have to run to the mill and pick up feed before I head into work in the afternoon. Before we run out.
That time again.
Yeah.
How often do we have to go?
I've only been grounding about 20 bags at a time right now, so what's that lost us? A bag every day and a half.
2.5 days.
2.5 days for one bag?
I think so. I think that's what we figured. Maybe 2 days. So they might last just over, maybe 5 weeks before I have to go again. We have about 80 chickens.
Yeah, it's probably 80 to 90 if you count Cindy's Polish and Silkies.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming along. Have a blessed week. We appreciate you dropping in.
For sure.
Yeah, I think it was around 80, 90. We've had a couple die off for the winter, but not too many.
Yeah, we lose track.
Yeah.
And we try to count them when
they're roosting, and we don't remember after a bit. Yeah. And then I think we're down to what, seven ducks, I want to say. Maybe 5.
5 or maybe
5 geese, and still got the four pheasants. And
3 silkies, 3 Polish, and I don't know how many quail.
Yeah, the quail, and I'd have to guess, what is there? How many levels?
5.
5. So 50 at the most, 75. Right, because it'd be 15 per row. Mm-hmm. So about 70, 75 quail, I think. But and just the 4 goats.
4 goats, yeah.
So mostly birds, it seems. How does a quail egg taste? You know what? I think it's very similar to chicken.
Yeah, I don't notice a difference at all.
It's not it's not the extreme difference like you get with a duck or any other kind of waterfowl. But Wild Huckleberry, thanks very much. Appreciate you stopping in again this week. I saw you last week too. We'll try to stop in later at your live if we can tune in for a bit when we get back.
Yeah, the quail eggs, other than size difference.
Size. You probably need 2 to 3 quail eggs to equal a chicken egg, and you don't get as much It seems to be more yolk than white. I think
Maybe. I don't know.
it's personal. That's what I think anyway. It seems like it to me. Because if you throw them in a frying pan, it seems like you got a lot of yolks. If you throw in a handful of them. But we like it. We try to, because we sell the chicken eggs, we tend to eat quail the quail eggs if we can, and we enjoy quail. Even the kids now, they wouldn't eat it at first, but now they enjoy. They would almost prefer to have the quail over chicken. To be honest,
given the choice, I cooked both at the same time, and I'm like, which one do you want? And you all said quail.
Yeah, we used to at one time butcher them and try to keep the whole thing, so you'd have the legs and the wings and everything, but they're just so small and you get so little off them that now I just press them. So to sit down and to butcher 20 quail or whatever, it takes no time at all, because you can just quickly do it and be done. Same with the rabbits. The rabbits don't take a long time, but definitely a lot more effort than the quail, but you get a lot more out of them too. But really, I would sooner eat rabbit than chicken as well, to be honest. At least your farm chickens, right? If you're talking like a nice juicy breast of chicken from the store, well, from those Cornish cross or whatever, that's a different story. Everybody likes that, but your tougher birds that you normally have at home, I would rather have the rabbit.
It is after 5. I told the kids I would blow a kiss.
Yeah, they should be watching. At least we imagine they are. So, yeah, guys, I guess we better wrap this up, and we hope to be back again next Sunday, and would love to see you guys here if you have time. And
absolutely, thank you for joining us. It's always nice to see so many people.
Yes,
catch up on what's going on in your part of the world.
So appreciate we had Musgrave family, Wild Huckleberry, Breezy Bree, John. Who else jumped on the chat with us? It's always nice to see people on the chat.
Yeah, for sure. It makes it go so much faster.
Good talking to you again. Hey, John, if you decide you want to give this a try sometime, please let me know. I look for your email to try to reach out to you if you're interested. But if you'd rather not, I totally understand. But we do have our email posted on our YouTube info if you think you might want to try it.
Yeah, and don't feel you have to stay for the whole hour. It's just you want to dip your feet into the world of live streaming.
Yeah, absolutely. Breezy Bree, thank you so much for coming in. Look forward to seeing you in the comments all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up and go get the kids. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye, guys.